I've been in Hidden Wave, and I think after finally beating it, I can share some tips and tricks with you guys on how to exactly beat it. I did not see any videos on this topic, and I thought I would be the first one to talk about it. Because, why the hell not? Anyway, let's get right into it without taking much longer. This video will be split into a few chapters along the line, and these will be towers, their expensive and no special tower counterparts, an easy way for getting 1 HP, which is universal to every single map in the game, what to exactly do when you trigger Hidden Wave. Got that? Good. Let's get the show on the road, baby. So, towers. I've used most towers for this game mode, but I feel like the easiest way, in fact, to do this is by using Engineer and Ranger throughout the entire game. I may as well give you a list of all towers that you can use to make this easier. Engineer, Ranger, Accelerator, Jester, Frost Blaster, Freezer, Militant, Scout, Golden Soldier, Turret, Pursuit, Mercenary Base, Commander, DJ, Medic, Golden Minigunner, and one of the most important parts of your loadout, Farm, for the people who like expensive stuff. And then there are the selections for the NST category of this video. Turret, Ranger, Farm, DJ, Medic, Militant, Scout, Ace Pilot, Warden, Freezer. Okay, that's about it for the towers. Time for the next part. How do you exactly get to 1 HP consistently?
Oh my god! The house is on fire! I'm sorry, I can't cook!
Well, there's the universal way and the stupid people way. I'll bring both to light here. The first, the universal method, works on all of the maps, including maps like Derelict Outpost, Infernal Abyss, and many other really hard maps. What is the idea, you may ask? Using Militant to tank Fallen Squire on Wave 7. This method works 99% of the time. Unless your teammate does not know what selling is. Or worse, they are on mobile out of all fucking devices. I would recommend not only tanking Fallen Squire, but some enemies before him, so you can make sure you get the timing right. I would recommend getting at least 50 damage before Fallen Squire. That's all I can tell you about this method. The second method being the stupid but rich category, which is a bit harder to pull off, but still works nonetheless, so who cares? This method uses 2 level 0 engineers on wave 4 to 7, and a freezer, tanking the first 3 waves accordingly. You will remove the engineers when they get the Squire to 205 health, or even 200 health if you know how to sell. That is literally the only thing you need to know how to do. This method only works if your brain capacity holds more than 10 to 15 IQ, which for a TDS player is next to 99% impossible to have. Most of the TDS community is stupid as fuck, including me. Anyway, on to the next part of the video. What do you exactly do when you activate Hidden Wave? First off, let me address one of the elephants in the room. The one big bug that literally ruins the entire experience. The camera shake problem. This problem only happens with low-end devices, and that is due to the fact that the developers tried to manually sync the song, which, kid you not, while I thought it was around 290 BPM, This junk is 85 to 120 BPM based on the 15 BPM finders and my own experiments at 1 a.m. on FL Studio. Another problem, which is one of the biggest problems in the entire game, is the UI glitch, which I actually encountered myself. It's best to rejoin when this happens. Oh, the reason this happens is because your loadout hotbar gets changed and consumables get removed from the hotbar. An easier solution to the problem for the developers would be to make like a VFX of your consumables glitching when you switch to them, so you cannot use them. Okay, but actually, after addressing two of the most prominent problems in the entire duration of Hidden Wave, what do you actually do? First off, make sure your medic player doesn't suck absolute balls at the game and does not stop microing medic like an insane person, because this is exactly what this mode actually needs. A decently good medic player that knows the concept of reselling their towers will do the job just enough. Just well. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know grammar, fuck's sake. Next off, if you have Jester, place 3 to 4 of them at the back, and 2 of them at the middle. Brawler is kinda, shit. I don't really like Brawler. And it absolutely kind of sucks on Hidden Wave, and I would not recommend using it. I love Confusion Bombs, though. They're too good. They do not need microing. They do not need any kind of brain power whatsoever. If you're the DJ player, replace it after the Fallen King, after the Awakened Fallen King, not the Fallen King, sorry, gets to the back. Only when it gets to the back. Do not replace it earlier. It is not worth it. Another thing is that try to calm yourself down, because this boss fight ain't all that hard. Even after the entire buff of it, the activation process is technically easy, so I'll give the developers that. But it is so fucking frustrating just getting to 1 HP. It is just next to unbearable, okay? Killing Fallen King in 45 seconds is kind of hard for an asshole that likes to take things slow and steady. Anyway, yeah, about it for this thing. A few extra tips so you guys don't say this video is kind of like clickbait and junk. So, yeah. Tip number 1. For Wave 39, if you aren't broke as fuck, bring all of the 3 flags in your loadout and tell other people to bring offensive consumables. Use these flags after Wave 39 is finished and the countdown of 5 seconds starts. This moment can be crucial for winning and activating Hidden Wave. Tip number 2. If there is one tower that most people have, that is the Jester. This can be patched eventually, but use it while you can. None of the enemies have the boss tag on Hidden Wave and on Wave 40. So, Confusion and Ice stalls all of the minions for eternity. If Jester is placed correctly, which I will show on screen right now, can let your towers target only Fallen King. But for this to work, your medic player needs to use medic twice, or even if unlucky, 3 times. Tip number 3. Do not bring nukes. Under no circumstances, do not bring nukes. They can be used as an emergency if you have nothing else and you are just at the verge of death, but it's kind of a waste. And I do not really want to see like 700 people use nukes because they just did not have any like defenses for some reason.